Hello, guys. This is Nook with the Nook Bear and Bee Pod. I'm joined by my compatriot over here, Mr. Kang,
It is I, the bear of Big Bro. What's good, y'all?
and our lovely Koinichi snack assassin herself, Bebra.
Oh, bonjour.
Ooh, she going French today.
Whoa,
Yes,
And
oui, madame.
whoa.
Oh, hi.
and depending upon when you listen into this is after Thanksgiving. We've all kind of been stuffed with turkey and other types.
Too much turkey. Too much mashed potatoes.
Not enough
Oh
ham,
yeah,
though. Not enough
yeah.
ham.
I had ham where I was. So, how'd you guys Thanksgivings go?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
You know, it was wonderful, spending time with the familias. It was like magical. The bestest time around.
Nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. I definitely overate. I got to the point where I ate a whole lot, and then I had to excuse myself to another room. That way I could try to burp. That way I could get myself situated. Later on, I came back and my dad was like, "Where were you?" I was like, "I had to go because had to make sure I wasn't dying."
Don't die on us, Nook.
Yeah. So I got overstuffed, but it was good.
Nah, that's good.
Damn.
Unfortunately, my car fucked up, but that is the struggle of keep living.
Exactly.
Car trouble in life.
So true, unfortunately.
Yes. We hope that you fans enjoyed your Thanksgiving time with your family, had the corns, had mashed potatoes, or probably your favorite cranberry juice.
Yes.
But yes,
And
unfortunately,
guys,
yeah. Wait, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, well, thank you. And I hope you all realize that Thanksgiving is simply about spending time with each other, being very fair, very kind to one another, and also know that our forefathers simply got together on the first Thanksgiving to. I can't even say that shit with a straight face, bro.
Oh my god, calm down.
Bro,
We're not in history.
bro. You really think they just said, "Hey, yo, bro, these Native Americans, they pretty cool people, bro." It's like let's just go on. Let's go on over there and just peacefully eat with them. Yeah, peacefully, bro. That's crazy. nah.
Come on, man. That's what they believed back then.
Yeah, and it's all cap. It's capped out the ass.
Yeah, we're all
It is.
sorry if you all been lied to that.
Oh,
You're still going.
shit.
Come on.
Nah, for real. Enjoy your food, but just know that ain't what happened. That is not what the fuck happened.
Nah,
Man,
not
you
at
gotta throw
all.
the black shit over here. Jesus.
Oh man, I'll bring the black shit. I'll bring the native shit. Shoot, don't even get me started. How they felt about the Asian community, bro. God damn, that's a whole.
God, jeez, Kang. We're here to talk about the lesson learning is that we're being thankful for one another.
And I'm sure these people gonna be thankful for this knowledge. But back to what you were saying. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Yes, indeed. Thanksgiving. Yes, wonderful times. We're so sorry if you're being lied to. Whatever history he's talking about over here. Anyway.
Facts is what I'm spitting, but go on.
Haha. Anyway, but enough of that. Now that the turkey is done and, spending time with family is done, because we're about to, be celebrating another fantastic holiday. Christmas!
Yeah, Christmas.
Christmas.
It's Christmas, guys!
It's Christmas. Just 3 weeks away. Christmas, guys.
And with yet all the new decorations and all the trees are stacking in the mall, we hope that you all get your trees and make sure you guys don't die at all. Oh my god, I'm right.
Christmas. It's practically here.
It is.
Yeah. I can feel the
Yeah.
coldness. But you know, we don't have snow, unfortunately.
We get all the snow over here. It's like
Fake.
the
Oh yeah.
actual North Pole.
My, my section won't make up its mind if it's gonna be like stupid cold or stupid hot.
Oh, you both have fur. I don't.
Yeah, that is true. That is
You got
true.
yeah, but you got a
Hibernation.
you got a beehive, bro. You got like people to keep.
Yeah,
We're kind of on our own.
exactly.
I'm an insect. I don't think I can't live longer in the winter. Need to hibernate or somehow.
You'll figure it out.
Good. Now,
You'll figure it out.
cozy up. But yes. Just
So,
sit down, grab some snacks, as we here, as being the usual podcasters, speakers on the mic, and you know, bringing our sexy voice to you, ladies and gentlemen, and just talk about whatever we're just discussing.
Whoa, whoa.
Man, she said put that on. She put that on sexy. I respect it.
Apparently.
Exactly, man. I just wanted to, you know, give you guys high and mighty, you know, compliments.
Appreciate
Dang.
it. I do appreciate praise.
Mostly to me.
Wow.
Dang. That's that.
Well,
There we go. There we go.
Man, I'll throw you out the window later. But anyways,
Yeah.
man, nah. But for real, since we're talking about it or talking about random stuff, ayo. So y'all, it happened. It's around that time. It's been like, it's about to be December. It's been about like a couple of weeks. So, y'all, how did y'all feel about Scott Pilgrim Takes Off?
I really liked it, oddly enough.
It was different than the comic and the movie, but you know what? I kind of like this one better. Because, you know, I like how, you know, each of the characters are developing, you know, good changes without Scott there throughout the whole episode.
It's definitely interesting, but you know, B,
Oh, yeah.
I do like your summary on it. Before I give mine, Nook, tell me, how do you feel about it? Because like I know how you feel about certain adaptations, but you saw that with Scott Pilgrim, you're just very positive on this one as far as your thoughts. You feel elaborate.
Yeah, I will. Normally, sometimes when adaptations come out, unfortunately, I sometimes go into the mindset of, oh god, they did something different. Oh god, and I'm like checking notes back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is it really depends upon how I approach them. Like, for one, Scott Pilgrim, I only saw the movie, so that was my first exposure. I was like, okay, that's really good. And I actually went out, found it, and downloaded it on my PS3 when I had it. That way I could watch it, so I could spam it, because I really liked it.
Nice.
I actually didn't know about the alternate ending until like years later.
Yeah.
But then I later on I went and picked up the graphic novel, and I read it. It was good too. You could definitely see where they had to kind of cram a lot of shit in there.
Oh yeah.
You know, to kind of get the movie going.
Especially the later stuff from the later books.
Yeah, that's true.
And and like I said, I really like that too. So, in this adaptation was really good. As an example of adaptation I'm not a big fan of, which I'm debating about giving a chance. Big one right now is currently the Invincible cartoon. Like.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know why, but here's the thing: the changes they did, some of them were for the good, and some of them were the bad. I think what really hampers it is that there was a lot of changes. You know, and hate to say it, but sometimes changing the changes that they did was like an overcorrection of how they felt.
Right.
So,
yeah.
And also, much like Scott Pilgrim, you can definitely tell that they crammed a lot of stuff into the first season. So, they cover like 50 to quite a bit of issues in the first few episodes. And it's just like, guys, Like this is good. I mean, it's a nice fast pace, but you guys are missing a lot of stuff, and you're kind of rushing a lot of stories forward.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, there's some characters that showed up earlier when in
Yeah.
the comic they showed up like late, so I can understand how you feel, you know? I mean, for one thing, for surely, I mean, in the second season too, I mean, they didn't make Amber a bitch than she was in the first one because everyone was backlashing at that one. And yeah,
Yeah, I agree with
it
Uh,
that.
was
Yeah,
a little bit
yeah.
yeah,
off there.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I agree to that. And this comes from a guy who don't like either version of Amber. But go on.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, I
But
really.
go on.
No, you go on.
I was gonna say, and it's kind of made me hesitant to actually check out season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be real with you. And to be fair, it's not that I just don't like it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm
Mhm.
just seeing the overhype from season 2, and I'm just like, ugh, do I really want to go back in there? It's something I'm still on the fence of, and I'm seeing people kind of overhype it, so it gets to the point where it's like, do I even want to check it out?
Mm-hmm. I get
So
you.
I might check it out when it's all out finally,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
and then I guess the off camp
Mm-hmm.
of adaptation would be something that does something almost completely different,
Mm-hmm.
to the point where it doesn't even look like they could have attached different names to it and called it something else,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be the boys.
Ah yeah. Ah
Mm.
yeah yeah. But yeah.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, that one is barely in tune with the actual comic itself, so
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know why, but it bothers the hell out of me, and I have really no interest in seeing it.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, let alone, and Kang will agree with me here.
Mm-hmm.
It's brought a lot of the Edge boys out and be like, yes, this Highland, this Homelander's, he's just like me, guys. I mean, have you ever seen an evil Superman?
No, yeah.
That.
Superman would be getting his ass kicked by Homelander. I mean, I'm an official guy.
I
Ah
mean,
yeah.
this season is pretty getting more interesting because, like,
I.
you know, we're realizing, you know, like being a hero, you know, when it comes to saving the world and stuff, it isn't exactly how you know you would view it in DC Comics or in Marvel, because like we get to see the harsh true colors of each of the superheroes, and not to mention Homelander.
It's like, because here's the thing though, Homelander always kind of just been a bitch. Like there's
Yeah,
one
he
like
has.
like
Mhm.
there's one thing I can give the show is that they don't try to like make Homelander into like a good person. Like that is what like regardless of how you might feel about the show, and trust me, I can understand that entirely. They don't try to like be like, oh, he could be redeemed, or oh, he was a good person once. It's like, no, he is a piece of shit. He'll always be a
Yeah.
piece of shit, and he is just garbage. And it's like, even if he's not as bad as like the comic version, is
Yeah,
like they know for a fact that it's like, yeah, there's no redeeming this guy. He's actually garbage, bro. I don't know why you like that
yeah.
Literally.
nigga.
I mean, same
Which,
thing with Omni Man and Invisible. I mean, because like Mark just traveled to a whole new planet, found his dad there, literally just started a new kid and a new wife, just basically you know just like changing a new life. I'm like, bruh, you've just been gone, just started a new family, and just like you just forgot about us just like that. Hell no.
And it's just, that's just kind of what it is. I'll give Omni Man this. It's like, as far as like the comic goes, he actually does learn to be a better person from Homelander. Now, fuck that nigga, actually. And
yeah.
and that's just how it goes. But like, yeah, no, I can understand that entirely. But like, as far as like all that goes, how do you feel about like, the Scott Pilgrim takes off though, Nook? Like, how's like your consensus on that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, that was a long tangent I had to get into about adaptation versus
No,
Mhm.
I
source
get you.
material.
You're good, Nook.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It sometimes hits. Sometimes.
I feel you.
No. Um. But yeah, I really like this. Mainly it's because, like I said, I entered Scott Pilgrim through something that wasn't quite 100% adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So I mean, I had no. Also, to be fair,
Mm-hmm.
Cat being a casual fan has its benefits for this reason in particular.
Yeah.
You're allowed to love any. You're allowed to pick and choose any adaptation.
Oh yeah.
And attach upon what you want. And I think also that's probably why people like Invincible and The Boys itself. I mean, that's also fair. I can give them that.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that as well.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
But I really like this a lot. And I don't really get the backlash. Honestly, if we would have got the anime, it would have been cool if it was 1-to-1. But then again, could it have really just been 8 episodes? I think it would have had to been like 12 to 24 episodes, maybe, to cover the first manga or graphic novel, if you will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, with all that stuff, they would pretty much have to just pretty much put each book in like a season, or at least a self-contained season. That's why I'm like 8 episodes, and then when what happened by like episode 1. That's when we all kind of realized, oh yeah, it's not that, and even like
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah, before we go further,
yeah.
I must say,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
if you've not watched Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, spoilers, spoilers.
Big
We're literally gonna
spoilers.
spoil the whole series.
Big
So if
Yeah,
spoilers.
watching this, then you're fucked.
Oh yeah.
exactly.
So to quote a Twitter person as they put Scott Pilgrim Takes Off as a summary, Scott Pilgrim fucking dies, kind of.
Yes, he does.
He sort of does, but he just goes
he
to like
he
futuristic
disappears.
world. He
Oh yeah,
disappeared.
yeah, he disappears. We're kind of just like focused on Ramona's whole thing, and it's like there's usually the part where a person's like, oh man, we're focusing on women. The woman now, and this is what we're doing. I'm just like,
The women. Damn.
and you know that that's how they talk, bro. And it's just like they're like, oh, so we're focused on the woman now. But like, here's the thing, they don't do this whole like, oh, Ramona Flowers, she's the perfect girl. She does all this, that, and the third. It's like, no, they kind of just keep her the same as she's like in the books, where it's like, yeah, dog, I got demons, I got like issues, I got my own problems I'm trying to work out. And it's like, my exes, despite them being the way they are, I kind of caused this. I pretty much caused a lot of that. So that's on me. And she,
Yeah.
she faces that. And I like that. I like that they actually talk about it.
Because she runs away from her ex. I mean, that's the only issue.
Mhm.
She's like, basically saying like each experiment, don't work. Because like, I mean, I understand how she feels, but like, running away from your past won't make it any differences.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And a good example of them doing the whole, and I'm gonna use this term, loosely, the whole bait and switch thing, where they say one thing and do something else like that. A really bad example of them not doing it correctly would definitely be Masters of the Universe Revelations.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where they not only did they bait and switch, which they could have said something about that. That would have been a lot fine.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, they took the main character Tila, and they kind of morphed her into something that she's not. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So with this one, at least they kept Ramona basically the way she is.
Oh yeah.
They didn't try to make her like and I'm gonna use this badass female who hates men.
So strong, independent woman, got it.
Yeah.
that don't need no man, but
yeah. Well, Hollywood's example of it.
Yeah, like, because that's always the thing. It's like, no, she's genuinely going out there looking for Scott because she's like, hey, yeah, I really cared about this guy. I don't know what it is, but it's like we had a moment, and it's like I want to find this guy. I like really care about him. And everybody even admits that. Oh, you actually care about this one. And it's like, all the other exes, they like acknowledge it. Because, like, that's the thing I always found funny. It's like, they're called the League of Evil Exes when really the only actual evil one is just Gideon.
Yeah.
I like how the fact that he just starts getting with Julie, and Julie just becomes evil too for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh no, there is no reason. Julie just don't like Scott to the point where she's like, oh yeah, I hate that guy. Like
They
actually.
barely have interactions in the movie or in the comics, so here it's so different in the series. It's just like, wow, I think they fit.
It's different. It's different, but it's also kind of funny. That's why it
I,
kind of works.
we
I guess what we can
we
do is go ahead. Go ahead.
oh no, we have one friend, a very certain mouse here that had a thing for Gideon. We even told her,
Oh, Geeky likes Gideon.
Gigi, we don't.
Mm.
You gotta be careful with that.
Mm.
You're a victim.
All because she said, yo, you just look good in the rain. Yo.
He looks good in the rain all for one scene. I'm like, bro.
I'm just like, bro. A lot of people look good in the rain. Have you seen have you seen an 80s and 90s R&B video, bro?
My God.
Bro.
now you got me thinking of Boyz II Men, like singing in the rain.
Yo.
All my life,
Listen, I mean,
like you. I don't know if that was them, but
I mean, either way, I mean, even if it doesn't, exactly follow up with both of the movie or the comic, I kind of like this one better because, like, it's just, starting a new switch. It's changing a lot of differences. It's not following exactly how it is. But you know what? This makes it more interesting and funnier because, I get to see more Knives with Knives Chow. She's not clearly, obsessed with Scott or anything. She's just being her own self.
Oh yeah.
And changing.
So,
Oh yeah. And like that was what's kind of the best thing about it. It's just like because in the books and in the movie, we kind of like we know of Knives as just unfortunately Scott's like high school girlfriend. Yeah, take that with a grain of salt, everybody. And he's just like, and that's kind of just it. That's all she is, and she just follows Scott and hangs around his friends, not really hanging out with the band. But in the show, they actually have her hang out with the band. They're just like, hey, yo, Nas, you're pretty good. You're actually pretty good with music and everything. And she's like having these like funny moments with like Steven Stills and the other band members. It's so funny, along with like the character Young Neil, who's doing way more than I was expecting him to do.
Exactly.
And he's so damn funny. So funny. And I actually say it's the most positive way possible. He's the best type of autistic.
yes.
Literally.
He's just so well meaning and so dumb. I love him.
Well, if you guys want to, let's break down those evil exes. We'll start with the Matthew Patel. How do you guys feel about the way they went with Matthew Patel in the new one?
I love him.
Yeah, basically what happens. Oh, sorry, B. You're kind of glitching out there.
Oh man, I'm turning robot, guys. Oh no.
Whoa.
But yes, it's funny. I kind of like how they changed him up on that one. I mean, he's more interesting now.
Yes. Basically, what ends up happening during the first fight, normally where the movie has Scott beat the shit out of him. This makes it where Scott actually loses the fight with Matthew Patel, and Matthew Patel, after winning, quote unquote, he gets like a major ego boost, and he decides, from there, like, you know what? I want to be the head of the evil exes.
I mean, there's no head or no leaders in any of the X's. I mean,
well, Gideon's kind of like the de facto leader because he started the X's.
Yeah, about to say he's technically like the actual leader. And again, like I said, he's the actual evil X. Everybody else did that. They kind of just came together because that was it. It's like, oh hey, this guy said, hey yo, you're part of the evil X's now. This is like, okay, whatever.
It's like, okay.
And they all really did it because they're just like, yeah, we were hurt by we were hurt by Ramona and everything. Now we're just gonna take it out on her and her exes. And that's kind of just what happened.
Yeah, but throughout the series, they don't technically, take out on Ramona. I mean, except for some. I mean, she is kind of like patching things up and, apologizing, for leaving them.
Oh yeah, no, that's kind of just the thing. Even like some of them admitted, like, yo, they're over it. Like Matthew Patel, he really only like got that confidence boost to like take down Gideon because he's like, oh shit, I killed Scott off the jump. Oh hell yeah!
I did!
And that's just basically what made him the way he was to be Matthew, to be like Gideon, and that's just what made it so cool. And like then we kind of. Unlike the books, so y'all, we kind of like go through like the X's like in a different rotation. It's like, okay, we went through Matthew Patel. Now who's next? Oh yeah, Roxy. And like Roxy in the comics, I love her genuinely.
Mm,
And she's played by Mae Whiteman. Katara, and for all for any Owl House watchers listening, that's Amity and everything like that. So,
She was also.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
No, you go ahead.
She was also in Arrested Development. She was the girlfriend of Michael Seraph.
Oh, that's her?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
That's actually funny.
It is. I did not know.
Like, feel free to look that up if I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's like one of the connections that actress has with Michael Seraph is that they were both on Arrested Development.
Even if you are wrong, I'm just like, nah, this is factual. This is what happened. This is a canon event. But she works it out with like Ramona after having a big epic fight that, I'm not gonna lie, was pretty good. I loved it.
Yeah.
And
it reminded me a lot of Paprika.
Ooh yeah.
They were going through like different genres of movies.
That's a movie I ain't heard in a while. Damn.
I love it.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Toast Cone.
Yeah.
I know.
One of my favorites.
I like how the fact you decided to, just, kiss Kin Pine. It's like, damn. It's like, wow. We're getting a lot of gays throughout this series,
Oh, yeah.
Wally, he was just going at it with that guy.
It is pretty gay,
Todd.
bro. It is pretty gay, bro.
Oh, yeah. All thanks to Wallace. Thanks, Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
He was my best character of all time.
He did have quite the glow up.
Oh, he does.
He really did.
Yeah.
Still can't believe that's
Yeah.
Culkin's brother.
Yeah.
But with Roxy, I kind of like her. Even, like, the fact that, she's willing to fight, just because of what Ramona did. But also, patch things up with her. And she's just more cutesy and she's more, charismatic. Like, I like her throughout the series. It's just so nice just to see her and her voice acting again. Like, it's so happy. She makes this more interesting.
Quit projecting. We get it. She's a ninja.
I like ninja characters, okay?
And I'm not gonna lie, her adaptations. Let's just say that there's some fans out there, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. She's consistently had some fans in each of her adaptations.
And she's thick.
Mm-hmm.
Than a bowl of oatmeal.
It's not like I don't know. It's not like I don't know anybody who's really into that.
I mean, I just imagine if somebody, is into Roxy and she, shows some ninja flips and moves in bed, bruh.
Why you looking at that?
Oh, I'm looking at you.
Okay.
She's thicker than a bowl of oatmeal and she's a weed. Why wouldn't I be into that? You literally saw her freaking pretty much sing the hamster dance. That's the most 2000 thing in that entire series. God, Lord.
God, jeez, that's what awoken you? Oh my Lord.
Also, added bonus. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
She could kick your ass.
Yeah. Yeah, she could.
That's true. Oh yeah, Todd was much more funnier.
Oh yeah, let's move on to Todd. Yeah.
Yo, Todd got with Wally. My God. I don't know if his brain is more thicker or anything, or he's just like, nah, I just don't like girls anymore. I just like guys. Thanks, Wally.
Bro's like, I'm in love with Wallace Wells. And I'm just like, well, Superman just said that.
Yeah, that was Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, watching the his character kind of evolve was really interesting. Like him, deciding to just walk up. Well, I guess we did kind of we'll circle back around to another X after this one.
Oh yeah.
After Lucas Lee gets fired from his job, being Scott Pilgrim in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just like, and the fact that he could just walk up to the movie theater, the movie place, be like, "Yo, I want this part," and they were like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, and the fact that he got with knives. Bruh, I like how they joke about like Knives' age. It's like, you're dating a 17-year-old? She's technically 30.
Yeah, about to say, he says
30.
like, yeah, the way he says like she's 30 in real life, and I'm like, oh,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah, still.
And that's how Ramona found out about Knives. It's like, oh.
Not Lucas, why?
Like that was always like so funny, just like But like before we get to Lucas Lee, like Todd was like so funny because of just how he's like, guys, you don't understand. I'm a rock star, and it's like we just and it's like all right, Todd, look into Envy's eyes, which by the way, Envy Adams is in this adaptation. And she plays like, and she also plays like Ramona in the in-universe movie, also played by Brie Larson again, because it's like, yo, it's just funny.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, man.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I never even said this about Envy Adams in the movie or the books, but Envy Adams in this show, kinda hitting different.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no.
When she walked in on this with those thigh highs and that outfit, I was just like,
Well, she is a singer. I mean, like, come on.
She is. And also a fun fact, they actually had the singer from Metric be her singing voice in this.
Ooh,
instead of Brie Larson.
Oh, I didn't know.
Because I was listening to it, I was like, wait, that's not Brie. And I was like, but I do know that voice. And I was like, oh shit, that's the Metric. And the reason why they kind of did that, one, Envy Adams is kind of based on her. And two, Black Sheep, the song that Envy Adams sung in the movie, they actually released that themselves. They were actually on the soundtrack singing that song.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's why that's why they used her. Yeah, sorry to go off on a tangent about Envy Adams.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I like how the fact Envy just popped in when Scott the funeral scene, like she just popped in like a Lady Gaga entrance, just like flashy, just had feathers all over her.
Yeah, I've actually been to one of their concerts. They're really good. The Metric. I highly recommend it. And they kind of did something like that. She wore like peacock feathers, and she had like a silver mask going on, and then they played their instruments.
Yeah, I can see why she's a reference of her.
But yeah, Envy Adams.
But God, geez, she's so flashy.
She is, and I love it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love
it. God, geez, Nook.
Yeah.
Boys, calm down. This is a podcast, not a horny hour.
It can be both.
Whoa.
That is true.
That is true. But moving on.
Oh yeah, keep it professional. But yeah,
professional.
But yeah, Todd and Envy are really funny in this, and like just the fact that it's like literally. And it's like the fact that Wallace kind of just steals the scene after like Ayo is like after like being a heckler to like it's like one of the actors turned his own stunt double, and it's like Ayo, it's like build a time machine, go back in time, and never apply for this role ever again. And it's like, damn. And then the director cleverly named Edgar Wrong. Hey,
Yes,
and
yes,
you
yes.
know, just like, hey yo, I like this guy.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Yeah,
yo,
they
yeah,
yeah, Lucas. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Like Wallace's sass was turned up to the 11th power, and it was amazing.
right. And just it was so funny, just the way he was like going off about like this, that, and the third. And next thing you know, it's like, yo, here comes Todd, and
Mhm.
he's just like lines trailer. It's like run lines in your trailer, and I'm just like, oh,
It's
oh
like,
damn.
Whoa, whoa, they make it out.
Okay. They are going off. Damn, dog. Okay.
Hmm.
And
yeah.
so like all that shit's going down, and next thing you know, like AL, like Todd falls head over heels in love with Wallace. It's like just completely forgets envy, and it's just like then there's Wallace. Like it's like dog. Listen, it's like listen. All we had was a fling, you know. After the movie, it's Joker. Like that's it. We're not gonna do this no more. And then there's like,
Even though they saw sparks,
yeah,
Oh, I
sparks.
feel
and
so bad for Todd.
Yeah.
that's when Wallace hit him with the actual groundbreaking truth. What sparks?
It's like, I don't
Damn.
feel nothing. Sorry.
I'm like, damn. I both felt that while also laughing my ass off about it.
Hmm.
Still, you
And
could
then
have
him,
gone with him.
and then him being like, "Yeah, I broke her boyfriend."
It's so funny. Just literally that, and also like, yo, but also just the fact that it's like it all kind of just ended where it's like Todd didn't really have much of a realization aside from like his, actual gay awakening, but overall he was
Mhm.
still a fun character, and I love that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. And then there's
So
Lucas Lee,
yeah, let's swing back to
Another.
Lucas Lee.
bro. Chris, yo, Chris Evans.
Yeah,
Why are you so good at this?
Captain
No,
America.
right?
Yeah, Captain
so
America, why are you so good at this?
Oh yeah, I forgot he does play as him.
hmm
Mm.
And the Human Torch from many, many years
Yes.
ago.
Yes, he
Oh
did.
yeah, that was him.
It's like, but like, nah, he was so good at this, and it's like just the way it opened up with him just being like, it's like, oh, this is my United States of whatever.
Whatever.
It's just like I don't know why this version of Lucas Lee and the movie version just reminds me so much of just like, yo, Johnny Bravo, but he went Hollywood.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see that.
Oh yeah. Hoo ha hoo.
And it's like, I just generally loved his energy and everything about it. How he was kind of just like literally playing the role, but like literally just playing the role how he does, and he just genuinely does not give a fuck that he's losing money and all his movies are poorly performing. And he's kind of just like, hey man, I'm about to be broke, but like, whatever.
Yeah,
And how
he
he
definitely.
fights against the paparazzis is funny.
Yes, the paparazzi ninjas. That was an interesting take. I like that.
Oh yeah. I think that's also
Mm.
supposed to be a reference to the game.
Yeah, I think so too. I
Think
was
so.
thinking about that.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
It's like,
Because that
yeah.
makes sense, because that level did have ninjas in it.
Yeah, because you're like literally fighting like paparazzi and ninjas and all that stuff, and they're just like, hey yo, let's put it together, let's see what happens.
Oh yeah, I guess that would be also considered an adaptation of the video game.
Oh
But that
yeah.
one was way looser than any other adaptation, I believe.
Especially when it has like 5 different endings depending on the character
Yeah.
you play.
Let
Oh, yeah.
alone none of them are canonical.
Oh yeah.
Because hell, Scott, instead of marrying Ramona at the end, he gets a harem.
Yep. And if you play as like Ramona, that's like the only canonical ending. The others are just like just big old what ifs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But nah, that was good. That ninja fight scene was good. And overall, just generally just really liked this episode. I don't know what it is. I just became a big fan of like the man's of like Lucas Lee after that. I'm like, damn.
became your boy.
They made
Literally.
Lucas so buffer.
Yeah,
Oh.
they did make him a lot buffer. I was wondering if anybody else like noticed that too.
Oh yeah, no, they made him an actual like Giga Chad in this because it's like he was already kind of like big in the book and everything, but it's like now they're just like, fuck it.
But not like extra big. Oh my god.
They just went full on. We're gonna make him a hunk.
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously, you know,
Yeah,
he's a
boo.
big boy.
Yeah, boo. Mm-hmm.
No,
Go
I
on,
can't.
boo. Go on, boo.
That's bad. No, Nook, that's the bad. That's bad.
Man.
I don't know. Should
Over
I
here
go
crushing on a
with
man.
with Steven or just go with with Lucas? I don't know.
Damn.
What is with me with guys and husky beards?
You got it.
It's off to the races. It's off to the races. But yeah.
And I forgot. Holy shit! He almost dated a 17-year-old girl. I'm like, nope.
She's
30s.
I always find that funny because the actual actress that plays Knives actually is in her 30s now.
I know.
Yes.
It's so funny. She still looks good for a 30-year-old.
Oh yeah,
She does.
Yeah, no, she fine as hell. Respectfully, of course.
They all look pretty good for their 30s.
Yeah, especially Michael Cera. He still look like he's 12.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, he definitely uses that mantra of whatever. Definitely to his character.
Oh yeah, and damn, I respect it, especially when like there was like this one subtle scene that I always liked in the second episode. Yeah, second episode where literally all of them were together with the evil exes, and literally Roxy said like it's like oh sorry, yeah, it was like literally Lucas Lee's just like, hey, I always improvise. And then Roxy says, is that why you play the same character in all your movies? And then Lucas
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Oh no, but here's the best part. And then Lucas Lee just says, I don't know, I don't watch him. Damn.
He's like, I don't care. I just, just be me. I never watched them.
But I really felt like they did a good job about giving him a quote unquote redemption, and how they reconcile the differences.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
him and Ramona.
Yeah, he just told Ramona and Scott, "Yo, you should kiss."
Oh yeah, literally at the end, it's like, so you gonna kiss the girl, Pilgrim? Like, yo,
kiss her.
Oh yeah, and I guess like pretty much along with like all three of them, there's also like the ones that didn't really get much screen time, but at this point, I just don't think anybody really knows what to do with them. It's just the twins, the Katsunagi twins.
Oh, they only appeared one time, and I thought it was gonna be something important, but nah, all that hype for just their entrance and shit. No,
because like there's just not much to really do with them. Even the book didn't really know what to do with them. It's just like it's like, hey, we're gonna send our robot after you. Okay,
yeah,
no, that's just it.
That was it.
Send our robot after you. Okay, it's like. But that's kind of just the one thing I'm gonna give the movie. They at least had to be like, yo, with these super cool techno DJs going off with their spirit dragons, and I'm like, huh, that's pretty cool.
Exactly.
But that's fine. Honestly, the Katsunagi twins are kind of just like, they're
just there.
They're just there. They're there for aesthetic, and that's completely fine. Even they're kind of just like, hey, even they were kind of just nice by the end of the show. They kind of just didn't really have beef.
Yeah.
I forgot how the hell did Ramona got with those two
at the same time.
At the same time.
Threesome?
At the same
No. She dated like one like in secrecy to the other.
Yeah.
Basically, kind of like a Scott Pilgrim cheating thing, but on another level.
Pretty much insert same girl by Usher and nobody else.
Exactly.
Oh God.
We don't talk about the other person.
You and your Usher music, Kane.
Hey, Usher's good. You ever heard "Oh My God"? I still dance to that.
I know. You show me a lot.
Damn, King. I gotta say, you got it bad.
Mm-hmm. In the club, in the sub. But nah, man. Like that and like, damn. It's weird how like the character we also got to know while also being like kind of hilarious at the same time was just like Gideon.
Oh yeah. I guess let's move on to Gideon then.
He's so, I don't even know how to describe him. He's actually just like, you know what? I'm gonna say, you wanna know who he actually reminds me of?
What?
He weirdly reminds me of like a weird mix of like, I'll say it, he kind of reminds me of just like Dr. Eggman from like, he's like a weird mix of like the Jim Carrey version and the one from Sonic Saturday AM and everything. Where he's just like,
yeah.
he's like, he's a goofball, but he's also like still evil, like genuine menace to society and everything. To the point where it's like, even when he got with Julie and he became like a bum on the couch and everything, who had like no motivation, while also having his bro moment with like Lucas Lee. It's like,
Yeah. Which is something he needed. I think he kind of stated he definitely did not have any friends.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And just like, he was kind of just like his only homie to really like call and all that stuff. And I'm like, damn, I kind of like that.
They were watching anime together.
And wearing the No Fear shirts.
Yo.
Right. I was like, wait a minute, when the hell did anime just started to come in this anime?
It's like, yo, this is a whole different anime. Hello.
And I loved the little line that they actually did that line where he was like, yeah, I used to wear No Fear shirts.
Oh god.
And hey, they showed us a flashback of indeed him wearing a No Fear shirt.
It's like, yo, Mr. No Fear. I'm like,
Yep.
damn.
I mean, he kind of reminds me of Draken from Kim Possible. Just an idiot, but also, evil.
That too. Like, actually.
I could definitely.
So it's just, and it's like just the thing, and it's like literally in all that time he's kind of just like, it's like that's what Julie hits him with, like, it's like, Gordon, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like, I really just like you. You're like pure evil and all that stuff. Then he's like, well, what if I told you that this is all part of my secret plot to be evil again and get my revenge? And she's like,
It's like, bro.
God, that is so hot. And look,
and that's what turns her on. Oh my god.
Just straight up villain. I'm like, you know what? I kind of get it. And I'm just like, and I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, yo, and it's like, yo, alright, that's funny. And just the fact that, like, literally as they're about to, like, you hear the smooth jazz, you think, ooh, about to get it on. And she's like, and then she's like, yo, now go clean up my living room. Yes, dear. I'm like, damn.
Yo, he likes to dominate women.
Again, I get it.
That's his taste.
He likes those dummy mommies. But
I got when Julie leaves, she's like, all right, I'm gonna go out. And he's like, I love you. And she's like, I know, shut up.
It's like, I fucking love you. I love you fucking more.
Exactly.
I'm like, damn, ideal relationships would be like.
Which, that's something I actually wanted to ask you guys. It's honestly kind of been a while. Did they actually talk about him being actually a Gordon Goose? I know in the show it did. Like,
yeah,
but I didn't remember that from the comic. That's why I was asking you guys.
That's like new lore or something like that, or like what if lore, I guess, for this adaptation.
Yeah, which that's not bad. I was just curious about that.
Oh yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, it's a no. No, he hasn't.
Man, this is wild.
Damn, I'm imagining a new adaptation and adding new things. Damn, imagine that.
Especially if it's a franchise. What's good?
Damn.
What's good, Ninja Turtles? But Ninja Turtle rants aside, Hey,
I,
this adaptation's good. It's good stuff.
I guess we should move on to the final evil X.
So that.
Oh wait, there's more. Holy, how many exes does she have?
There's
Jesus.
Well,
seven.
if you think about it, yeah, we went through all the
Oh
main ones.
yeah.
There was the secret final one.
Ah
We went
yes.
from shitties to the good ones.
Ah yes. Yes. You were right, Nook. The super secret final boss
Oh.
X.
Evil Scott Pilgrim.
Oh
Whoa.
yeah.
Man, when I tell you this adaptation went places, bro. The fact that it was like, hey yo, wouldn't it be wild if we just went to some timey-wimey bullshit and they did just that? And it's like, yo,
Yeah.
future
Mhm.
Scott, where he's just a bum.
Yeah, and go on.
Yep.
Go on.
Oh no, sorry, I was just gonna say how he's just a bum due to his actual own insecurities.
Yeah, which you can definitely tell that those are present within current Scott, if you want to say present Scott.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But basically, what ended up happening was instead of Scott actually poofing like we thought we were led to believe, the mystery keeps unfolding until it is revealed when Scott actually returns from the future. The person who actually grabbed him was future Scott himself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we meet future Scott, and he seems almost just like regular Scott, which was really cool that they actually found Will Forte did one hell of a job sounding like a older Michael Seraph, and he played the part really well.
He really did. I was not
Oh
expecting
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I did not know the voice actor of Abe Lincoln from Clone High would be there. I'm like, Jesus, all I hear is Abe. It's just the loser version of Abe.
Yup.
Yes.
But he
But,
does fit well with that,
Oh,
He
yeah.
does, and the fact that we don't get too much story with twins is because those guys are homies
Yeah.
in the future. He's like, we're gonna
They're
create a
just
band.
They're just there.
It's like
They are,
y'all like techno beats.
Like,
and then them actually singing like old Japanese like rock music with their jet set radio looking outfits.
oh yeah, you got that reference too, right?
And I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
and I'm
The
like,
radio
damn.
future. I
Like-
recognize those goggles and the headphones. I'm like, beat.
I'm
Yes,
like,
yes.
damn. This is definitely made by people who love the 2000s. I love it here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
And not to have one of those like, damn, he's totally me moments, but I was like, damn, he's totally me moments. Looking at old Scott, I'm like, damn, he's the same age. Damn it, why they gotta do this to me?
Damn. It's
Mhm.
hey, it's a warning, dog. It's like, yo.
I know.
It's like outside of the
Mhm.
band, don't be him.
Exactly. But
Oh, yeah.
but
Oh, future Wally, he was still living with him, and that the fact that he's dating one of the people from Nintendo was funny. I was like, what? I thought he was gonna date
Yeah.
Scott or something.
I really thought that's what they were gonna like randomly imply right there, because it's like literally how he got close. I'm just like, wait, are they doing it? Like actually?
I thought that too. But no, they just joke with us. It's like, you trolls.
Because apparently, like they always do that in like the books as well. Just like straight up imply that Scott and like Wallace had like a moment, but they never showed anything. Man.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
one thing surprisingly that they never really covered was like, how did they meet, let alone agree to be roommates?
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean,
Oh yeah, that's right. Because it's like a very short scene in the book where it's just like Wallace basically like had Scott like spend the night with him and everything. There wasn't sex, or at least not confirmed nor denied sex and anything like that.
Yeah.
And they just
Mhm.
pretty much he just said, you could come by my place anytime, handsome. And I'm just like, oh, Yeah, and
So so
kind of just never left, especially after he broke up with Envy.
so he basically did a Daffy Duck to Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny's like, hey, it's like he's like, you could borrow my thing, and then Daffy Duck's like, what else you got?
Yeah, he just stayed with them
Yep.
permanently.
Yeah, it's literally that.
Like, yeah, what else you got?
Yeah, they just became like just somewhat friends, you know?
Man,
Yeah, and I guess that would actually be like a good analyzation would be like Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny, you know, because Wallace is like cool without really trying. A Daffy Duck, he's just like angry and really try hard
oh
to be
yeah,
cool,
exactly.
Mm.
and wacky.
And stupid. Can't forget stupid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh
I
yeah,
still
they
like
made
Daffy Duck.
the thing I like Evil Scott, we're just gonna call him that, but it's the
Yeah.
fact, like I like how, he's just more stupider in the future, and the fact that he didn't realize, his wife, just like basically just needs some space and everything. Even though like it's not like a permanently spaced, like she's not saying like I'm breaking up with you or anything. And the fact that he's like, so all this time you were still in love with me?
And it's just
Yeah.
like, well, it's like, and honestly, if that ain't like a message some people kind of need to hear, because here's the unfortunate thing. This is something I say to all people who are like just getting into a relationship or just have certain insecurities. Whenever your girl says, "Ayo, I need some space" and all that stuff, because trust me, I've definitely been down that road. All I can say is, guys, don't overthink it, or at least don't try to overthink it. Just take some time for yourself, let them have their space, and then they'll come back to you and let you know, hey, you want to hang, and that's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel you, but I will play devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
That being like a really vague statement and not knowing entirely how long that actually should be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, hell, to be fair, and I'll also play a little more devil's advocate.
Mhm.
Ramona also could have spoke back.
Oh yeah.
She should have.
So they're both once again they're both terrible people.
Oh yeah.
Both of them, literally.
And that's the thing. A lot of people always forget. It's like, guys, they're both a mess. It's like, but Ramona, that's cool, bro. Ramona did a lot of stuff, and Scott also did a lot of stuff. He's just unfortunately is just very stupid with his stuff. Like actually, this is
Yeah.
not me insulting the guy. He's genuinely dumb, but he means well.
Yeah,
No,
he's definitely.
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, like, you're right. I mean, like, like the presence of Ramona and Scott, they're basically, like Scott, like, what if he's right? Like, what if he, you know, becomes you in the future? And Scott is just like, it's like, you think I want to be like that? Like, I guess they just kind of see the mirror, like, what would happen if, like, they never literally got together? And, fighting all these exes was a mistake?
Mhm.
And do you think they're just not meant for each other?
Yeah.
It's kind of a question, like, what if,
Yeah.
to the point, it's like a new change or redemption. It's like, okay, still, I would still love him no matter what if he's, a mess. I mean, I kind of like it that way.
Oh yeah.
I kind of like it that way.
No, and that's the thing. They need their mess, or they just need to get their mess cleared up, but also go on those.
I was gonna say, and then from there, once Scott has come back, from the past and kind of explained everything to Ramona, and then they decide to go over to subplot was I forget what's the leader of the band's name?
Oh yeah, Steven.
Yeah,
Steven, yeah.
Steven Stills and Knives Chow. They've been writing like a Scott Pilgrim musical, basically, and I guess we should have said this earlier. This musical and Young Neil's manuscript for his movie was actually based upon what if Scott won. So it's kind of like the correct quote unquote timeline adaptation.
Yeah, it's pretty much
Mhm.
just pretty much like the whole joke, like the whole like side part
Yeah.
is just, hey yo, is like young Neil's sleep paralysis demon just wrote a book
Yeah.
for wrote a whole like Scott Pilgrim movie, Scott's Precious Little Life, and it's literally just bar for bar, beat for beat, the movie, or at least the books playing out in a movie, and then that got tarnished because Matthew Patel fired everybody, and then they reinstated as a musical with Matthew Patel starring as
It's
Scott,
funny.
and it's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful.
Yeah, what you guys were saying earlier, like not only not only was Knives Chow also helping, but
Hmm.
she was also kind of developing, like she actually had kind of like a gift, for like music. Like she could play bass for like 4 hours and almost master it. Play the
Yeah,
piano,
why didn't they
four
do that
hours,
in the
almost master
comics?
it.
That could have worked, Like that's
Yeah,
what I wanted, And I like how
Yeah.
she's being nice with Ramona and everyone else.
yeah,
It-
yeah.
that
I agree with you there.
that's kind of the thing, and honestly, this is like why Brian Lee O'Malley kind of like headed this in the first place, because there's a lot of things people don't talk about. He
Mhm.
said it himself on Twitter
Mhm.
that like, hey yo, this is not gonna be like the books. This is not gonna be a direct adaptation. Like he said that
Yeah,
in the tweet and
Mhm.
everything. And even he has admitted in past interviews like, hey yo, when I was writing Scott Pilgrim at first, I'm not gonna lie,
Mhm.
it really does not it really reflects the person I was in the past and not the person I am now, because even he would have just been like, looking back, even I should have like actually wrote Scott Pilgrim as like me, like, or at least represented me, and not
mm,
just some, as he
Mhm.
admitted, like just some white guy and everything like that. Because even he's kind of just like, I was a bitter person writing this. I ain't even gonna front. I was even listening to Gorillaz Plastic Beach when I wrote this.
Aw,
that's
don't put
that's
gorillas
damn.
in there.
that's not a joke, by the way. I remember when I read like the manuscripts of the last book. He said like music is like albums that motivated me, and I just saw Gorillaz Plastic Beach, and I'm just like, damn,
You were
nice.
like
Damn, depression
he's
hour.
you were like, damn, he like me for real,
Honestly, yeah.
gang.
I was.
Music
Yeah,
that inspired me, Gorillas, Plastic Beach. Oh my god.
damn.
Which one? The Fall or the Plastic Beach album?
The Plastic Beach album, the good one.
But I mean, he did also state like he's been divorced since then as well.
Oh yeah.
So he's definitely had a lot of stuff happen to him since last we visited Scott Pilgrim.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah.
And he pretty much stated like, this is not me saying I'm trying to fix it. This is me kind of just changing some things around. Because even he's just like, I might not like everything I did in the books originally, but it's still what I did, and I'm always gonna
Yeah.
respect that. And that's
Yeah.
and kind of like you said earlier, Nook, and everything. Like, Ayo, yeah, there's just not really anything that's just gonna be bar for bar, beat for beat, a direct adaptation of like the Scott Pilgrim books. It's kind of just like a choose your own
Mhm.
adventure. You want to watch the movie? Be my
Mhm.
guest. What you want to like play the game? Be my guest. You want to
Mhm.
like watch the movie, read the book, watch the show? It's literally choose your own adventure. There's even a board game that does its own
Oh yeah,
Well,
there
I did
was.
not know about that.
Yeah, there
thing.
was.
Wow.
Hmm.
I mean, that's what inspired me. I like how the fact he's talking about throughout his life that influence that
Uh,
book and the series.
hmm.
Like
Yeah.
I like how the fact, it's okay. Like you're a mess and that's fine with that. You will lose people and no, that's part of life as
Hmm.
well.
It
But
is.
you know what? It's the adventures, It's about, changing yourself
Hmm.
that's getting you throughout to survive in your life.
Oh
And I
yeah.
kind of like that, you're putting that all emotional and all that, what you experience into that in this big this big comic book and also
Hmm.
the movie too. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I kind of agree with you on that, It's like choosing your own path, choosing what, you know,
Hmm.
universe you want to go to.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of nice.
Oh
I
yeah.
kinda like it. If anyways, I'm kinda, like, inspired by him. because of his art styles and stuff.
Oh, it shows. I've seen your
Oh,
art. It shows.
oh yeah. Oh
It looks
God.
good
Yeah,
though. It really does look good.
Thank you. Oh
and I
yeah,
guess
that's
that
good line.
Mhm.
nice, nice. I'm behind one of those myself, but we'll talk about that later.
Whoa.
Um,
Uh-huh.
Now back to the plot. So they're gathered together, about to watch the final musical, quote unquote,
Mhm.
and before it, finally gets to the start of it, or the end, or the final act of of the play. Boom, we get even older Scott. So we get a combination of what we would call something we did not get in like really in the movie,
Mhm.
No.
Nah.
a Nega Scott fight.
Oh
And,
yeah.
and I'm
The
talking like,
nigga chin.
Hey yo, the what,
ah,
bro?
The nigga chin.
whoa. But like, I'm not talking like just oh, dark reflection, anything kind of, which is cool, but it's not nothing compared to what this is. This is, instead of him fighting like evil reflection of himself, this is him fighting Shin Akuma version of himself.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Something that's learned all the techniques, that's learned all the skills, learned all the countering, just
Mhm.
to fuck with their entire friend group, basically. Because
Yep.
towards the end of this, you could definitely tell these guys are basically just like friends now.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
They,
are.
really, they don't hold any animosity to any of them. They're,
Oh
they're
yeah.
actually kind of like a group. But
Exactly.
yeah, for Nega Scott to come in and just,
I just call him Evil
ooh,
Scott.
Yup.
I get you,
This.
I get you.
Mhm.
But yeah, this is basically just like a Shin Akuma version of Scott, and
Yeah.
he brings that shit like,
He
All
does,
muscular.
bro. He
Jesus.
is he is brutal, bro. Cause he's like,
Mhm.
yeah, man, Wallace kicked me out for the last time, and then I just went into training, and I'm just like, and
It's like,
he just goes off, bro. He is beating the shit out of Scott. All the exes, bro. He's taking them on, and it's just like all the exes plus Scott's homies, and I'm just like, well, damn, it's still pretty epic. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, he
yeah,
totally
because
took
he
that.
literally says, "I am you, man."
Yes, he totally took that Sigma grind set shit to another level.
Damn.
Mm.
But
What-
uh,
Oh,
I liked it. I really did. What were you
Loved
gonna
it.
say, B?
oh no, you continue.
Oh, okay. Uh, the only thing I semi didn't like about it, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of, with this franchise, you can
Hmm.
just kind of let it go. This little nitpicky part, and like I
Yeah.
said, it's minor. I really don't care.
Mm.
Ramona's backpack having all of like the power ups.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that was like the only minor thing, but I still liked it. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, okay, I get it.
Nah.
And to be fair, we don't even know what the hell's in that backpack, so we
Like,
can give a little give or take there.
yeah,
Yeah,
I just know that it's mostly just referred to as like infinite space, so it's like
Yeah,
literally store whatever in there, anything's in there. So it's like, nah, I get what you
that's the
yeah.
power of a woman's bag, boys.
mean
It's
though.
infinite space.
You find anything in there.
But yeah,
Anything.
she's pulling out weapons. She pulled out her hammer. She pulled out a broccoli for
Todd.
For no reason. I was
for
like,
Todd,
what was
and Todd was cured of his like anti-veganism right there.
mm. She's a vegan, guys.
Yeah,
Vegan again, y'all.
Vegan.
Oh
and I
man.
and I like the fact whenever she pulled out her hammer, it said like +10 versus older people,
Ah yeah.
or something like that. I
Yeah.
forget.
Oh yeah, no, I
She she
get you.
yeah, she pulls that out, and like Evil Scott was able to like break it.
Oh
I was
yeah.
like, damn.
Yeah,
Like he was so OP.
he was. And
Oh, man.
while you think they would like become a match for him, he's just like overpowered them to like nobody's to like no he cannot be matched entirely throughout the entire
Hmm.
fight.
But
Hmm.
until his ex-wife came.
Older
Future
Ramona.
Ramona. Yep.
It's
Got
like age, don't ask.
got gosh
It's still
gosh
unknown.
got you so fun. But
I
anyways,
know.
then like and it's like, that's when they like pretty much finally sat down and actually talked it out, which I pretty much feel like that was like the moral of like this whole series. It's like, guys, love might be a battlefield, but your problems are a war zone. And you can't just keep
Hmm.
fighting in a war. You can't fight an endless war. Sometimes you just gotta find alternatives. And I'm like, damn,
Mhm.
I like that.
Yeah, and I kind of get what they were going for. Like, she's like, all right, I understand. I have to choose you, herself to love herself.
hmm
I kind of get what the message was. It kind of iffy about it, but I guess that's what they were trying to get across, right? It's like if anybody's got to love Ramona, she should really love herself first, right?
Shelfie.
Oh yeah. That was kind of like the whole moral of. Ironically, that's kind of just the moral of Scott Pilgrim in general. Like, for as many as the adaptations like change and differentiate, the main moral of everything is just, Ayo, love yourself before you start loving other people. And
Hmm.
that was like Scott's whole journey of like, self-love and self-respect. And like,
Hmm.
now it's like, oh, we're showing that with Ramona, just self-love and self-respect and just kind of like, because otherwise you just can't do that, you know?
And then
Hmm.
they become Super Ramona. They fuse their consciousness together.
Magical Star Mario mode.
Just like just like Sonic 2.
It's just like Sonic 2. They
It's like
reference that.
Sonic 3. It's like, no,
It's like
Sonic
Sonic
2.
2.
No, Sonic 1.
It's like, they were both right though. They were both right though.
Yup.
Mhm.
Oh
The other
man.
one's an idiot. The other one's a mess. Wow.
Yup.
Yeah.
The future is crazy,
Uh,
man.
it
Hmm.
is. That's kind of maybe like one other thing is like
hmm
I guess move on. But yeah, basically Ramona since clean Super Ramona cleans up everything, throws evil Scott, into the future for him to quote unquote clean himself up.
hmm
And I
Hmm.
guess to send the timeline to back to where everything is fine and everybody's kind of in their universe once again.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And it ends with them actually kissing, which is
Yup.
cute, whatnot.
Oh
It was
yeah.
Sparks.
Everybody's got their happy endings. We got Knives being part of the band, making
Hmm.
it sound 10 times better with a keyboardist.
It was
So
hmm
perfect.
so
Yup.
instead of a trio, now it becomes a quartet.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
And then Lucas Lee, he deciding, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna become a barista and be hot as fuck.
Yo, barista me, daddy.
Word.
Oh,
hmm
there she is, right there,
But
folks.
yes, anyway, yes, I do agree. I mean, that ending, it was well deserved for everyone, I'm glad, there was no toxicity or anything like that, or,
Well, to be
bad
fair,
ending.
to
Yes,
to
Nook?
to, to be fair, I was gonna
I
say,
know.
definitely Gideon and
And Julie and the other guy, fuck, I forgot his
yeah,
name.
Matthew Patel. They were totally like evil at the end. They were like, oh
You're
yeah, you can have this.
evil!
Oh yeah,
oh, oh yeah,
it's
they
like, oh
evil.
yeah, it's like,
You
oh hey, you
can
know what? You can be you can be the CEO again. I hate this. Just give me my musical. And he's like, yeah, sure. And we
hmm
won't hate each other ever. And then they're all shaking their hands with evil spirits behind them.
He's like, hey, 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 hey.
Yeah.
Love
Oh
that.
yeah, now how Ramona, changed her hair every time throughout the whole series until she got a final one.
Which is
Yeah,
actually
that
her
was.
natural hair color at that point.
Yeah, I was like, she's blonde?
Yeah.
Yeah, she blended with a little bit of fire at the end,
Fucking
if I remember right.
blonde!
Wow.
It was
But
cute.
what did do you guys remember what Todd's ending was?
Todd's ending. He pretty much just
Oh
went
yeah,
to like go back being like vegan and just the chill
that's right.
homie.
And Roxy was cheering him on. That's right. So they basically
Yeah,
expanded upon their friendship.
yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about that one.
Cause like, yeah, I honestly, despite all like, us knowing, that's another thing I realized, despite us all knowing about the exes doing like this, that, and the third in the books and the movie, This is actually the first time we're really seeing them like actually interact with each other ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Wow.
guess
They're
and I
on
guess that
Scott.
and I guess that's because in the book they actually were like quote unquote destroyed and turned into change. So
Yep.
we really didn't get to see anything beyond that.
Nah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mhm.
I really liked it. I guess like the only other thing, and
hmm
like I
Mhm.
said, with this adaptation, you can kind of be there, accept what happens.
Oh
I
yeah.
really wish they would have showed future Ramona with Scott. I wish they would have shown that. Like, give us
Oh,
that ending at least.
Oh
Like, I
yeah.
know he's a
Cause
mess, but show
uh
show Ramona trying to help fix that mess.
uh
being together and talking and
Yeah,
apologizing. That could have
honestly,
worked. Yeah.
honestly, you could have just like even just like implied it, but just by just having them like yo cut to them like talking for a second, even if it's just like not even them like talking, just like them mouthing the words over the music and all that stuff, and it's just like yeah,
With the anime music background.
yeah, they'll get it.
hmm
Yeah, they'll get it together. But yeah, I feel that.
and then at the end we got Wallace kissing some boy and
Oh yeah.
discovering the sparks.
The
Oh
sparks
yeah.
were true.
That was his actual boyfriend in the book too. That's a funny thing.
Wait, he
Yeah,
had a boyfriend?
Yeah, a lot of people always forget at the end where he actually has like a man at the end.
What a cheating man.
Nah, nah, like he actually met him like at the end. Like Wallace was just a fuck boy
Oh.
until he met him.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's
Okay.
a gay fuck boy.
hmm
Oh, yeah, so now he actually does experience true love.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy. Speaking of that, like they didn't talk about damn it, I always forget the leader's name of the
Oh
band.
yeah, Gideon.
No,
Mhm.
no, the other band,
Oh,
not Gideon.
Oh
Steven.
Steven. Oh yeah, Steven
Steven.
Stills.
Yeah, they didn't talk about. Well, one thing that they didn't differentiate is they didn't talk about him coming out as being gay. Actually,
Ah yeah, cause I kind of see why they changed it at the time because because here's the thing, and I only noticed this because like as I was rereading it and talking to like one of my homies of the Hotep, Vin Rocco, shout out to him,
yeah,
Mhm.
follow him for his art. Um, he Steven was kind of just in such a rut to keep the band together. He unfortunately got a little like toxic and disassociative to the point where it's like he ended up like pretty much getting into like that whole relationship with that guy
Mhm.
out of like because he was pretty much like the only stability he had, and even then he didn't like he didn't like Scott or any of Steven's friends. So it was just one of those like it's kind of one of those take it with a grain of salt type of things where it's like you could take it as a positive relationship or you can't.
I get you.
Ah.
I get you.
Yeah, so they kind of
Oh,
just
so
yeah,
that's how they. Oh.
yeah, so like instead of like wanting to make him a miserable rut that only focused on the band, they kind of were just like, let's just make him like a fun, neurotic guy that just genuinely cares about his friends, but also like, wants to make sure the band is like okay at least, or at least his friends are okay. That's why it's like
Yeah,
I always like that throwaway line in the show where he's just like, "Ugh, I can't handle change," and runs away.
No,
he
too much change. Yo,
he's
Steven,
like,
come
damn,
back here.
he's just like me for real.
Yo, Steven,
But
come back here.
but I guess we could. One other thing we could talk about is we've kind of
Mhm.
covered the plot. Let's talk about some differences. Maybe some goods and some bads. Maybe.
There's
Okay.
like,
Uh,
hmm.
Je- go ahead. Okay.
Oh no, I was just gonna say like it's just weird because it's weird to really talk about the bads only because it's like
Yeah.
this is not me saying like this adaptation is like perfect. It has like a couple of flaws
Yeah.
like we talked about, but it's like
Mhm.
I don't know. It's like for me, it's kind of just like I feel like Scott Pilgrim to me is just one of those like shows or sorry, just one of those things where it's like I think you can't really adapt the whole thing. This is not me saying like it's impossible, but it's like
Yeah.
it definitely even if we did get like a adaptation that's like beat for beat, it's gonna be different
Yeah.
because as there's something I've
Mhm.
kind of just noticed about like adaptations as I've gotten older. It's like
Yeah.
you can't replicate what was already established. Like
No.
it's you
Mm-mm.
can't at least you can't do it where it's like bar for bar, beat for beat, because it's like that's those are just two different mediums. Comics, movies,
No.
shows, they're all different. And it's like, how and you unfortunately like for better or worse, you have to experiment. You actually have to
Yeah.
like change not always not as long as it's not really a story beat, but you're gonna have to like
Mm,
change some things to like make it
yeah.
fit in the format
Mm-hmm.
of the TV show. And I've even learned that from like watching anime, because like
Hmm.
I can tell you off the jump, and even anime is not like one for one all the time, especially modern anime, where even they can't get it
Yeah.
right. You've seen Devilman
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crab. If you've seen
Oh yeah.
Devilman Crybaby, you already know.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Mm.
I will say to their credit, at least, a lot of anime is done while the book is kind of running at the same time, so that's kind of why they kind of have to do their own shit a lot of the time.
Oh yeah, and like
Like like
what's that?
Alchemist. From what I heard, the Alchemist ended a lot differently than it does in the manga.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
that's why they made two.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I will say, but I mean, there's also adaptations I do love that are different as well. Like
Hmm.
as long as they
Mm-hmm.
follow the same story thing, I like them. Like hell, two of my favorite ones are All Star Superman. The I love that.
Oh,
I love
same,
that movie. That's like one of
same.
the best DC animated movies that they ever did. And hell,
Mm-hmm.
Dark Knight Returns is a really good one, and I love the hell out of that book, and I really love the hell out of I really love the hell out of both movies.
Hmm.
Yep.
I agree.
So I mean, there can always be good ones. There can always be good ones.
Oh yeah.
I guess what I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting at was like some things that they probably changed for the better from the book actually to this adaptation.
Hmm.
One in particular, I'm glad they didn't go for it, but man, I was really dreading it.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
when Knives was playing the bass with uh with Kim, I was just like, oh shit, those better not be sparks. Oh shit, they better
Hmm.
I
not be.
thought that too, but
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I was like,
know,
oh no,
they
trust.
like
better not.
Yo, same, honestly.
Yeah, I was like, bro, if people show throwing a shitstorm about Scott making out with a high schooler, what the fuck they gonna do when Kim does it? So I'm glad they didn't explore that at all.
Yeah,
Nook, I
that's
think
the
they did that in the game.
yeah. We don't talk about that. Thank God that's not
Yeah.
Yeah,
canon.
yeah.
Nope.
It's, and it's
He,
because
he's
like
part of. She's also part of Scott Pilgrim's harem anime too. Knives is.
yeah,
But go on, Kat.
unfortunately, yeah. But nah, like that's the thing, because like I agree, because like that's one thing. That's one of the few things I was like saying. It's just like, and honestly, that just shows like they knew for a fact that like, hey yo, we get it. These are supposed to be some flawed characters, but it's like it's not that type of story. It's not that type of story we want to adapt. And it's like, the fact that they kind of just like, yo, we clearly want to do something different and everything like that. And the fact that they're just like, we want to like actually make y'all like these characters and not look
Yeah,
back on their kind of horrible renditions at the time. Cause like even now, I got people online saying like why Kim is worse than Scott. And I'm just like, all right, y'all, listen. I get
Yeah.
it. I do. I really do. Trust me, I get it. But here's the thing, and I'm saying this as like a quick rant from the book and everything.
uh oh, there he goes. There he goes.
Hmm. Like, unfortunately, Knives and Kim were drunk. It does not excuse it, but it is still a thing that happened. Scott intentionally did all the
Yeah,
shit he did in the book. All right, and
yeah,
even then,
yeah,
Kim knew that the responsible thing for her to do, because things weren't going well in her life, and she just needed to like take a break from everything. So she's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a moment to myself. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna go back with my parents for a while. I'm gonna just do my thing there. She even
Mm-hmm.
like forgave Scott after everything he's done, because
Yep.
mm-hmm.
that's the thing. Because we already know her. Because we already know her and Scott had like some unresolved issues, and she's just like, "Hey man, I forgive you.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, take care of yourself." As she left and everything, and That's just what
Hmm.
it is, man. It's like, these are all flawed people, and unfortunately, like I said, they did a lot of characters way better than they should have, especially characters like young Neil and Steven Stills, because unfortunately they kind of got like the worst out of everything in the books, and it's like in the movie they
Hmm.
kind of just did nothing because it's Scott and Ramona's story. You can't dedicate that
Yeah.
time to the Eric characters, unfortunately. And
Heck,
Mm-mm.
they did some retcons where Kim said Scott was her first boyfriend.
oh yeah. Yeah, they
Yeah, it's
did
like
do
Scott
that.
was my first boyfriend. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh shit, they retconned that.
Yeah, and honestly, more power to them because
Yeah.
genuinely it just works in that weird instance, and that's kind of just why I thought, hey yo, I'm into this. I like this. I like this all together, and just the fact that they're like, hey yo, we also want to just make Steven actually likable. We're gonna make Neil.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna turn Neil into an incel. He's just gonna be a goofy little guy. You
He's
know.
just a part of them.
Yep, he's
Hmm.
one of the homies. He's a goofy little guy, just doing goofy
Yep.
little guy things. And yeah, it's just a fine adaptation. The only thing I can really say that I had any like real issues with is just how I put this. So there's a character
Go
named
boy.
Lisa Miller,
Yeah.
and just outside of that one Scott Pilgrim animated short, yeah, I've just accepted that she's never gonna be in anything Scott Pilgrim related outside of like
Yeah.
that animated short and like
Yeah.
a background character in a video game. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they were just like we don't have an actress and we don't really want to pull another character that nobody's familiar with.
Yeah, because I could talk about Lisa Miller all I like. I'm not gonna act like she's an essential character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the good thing about that, I mean, is that, each of the characters, we get to know more about them. And, half of them, they got like more, more characteristics on them.
Oh yeah.
Except the bad part is that the twins, not much, which is kind of, upsetting because I wanted to know what's the real deal with them. Like, what is their plan or whatever? What's, behind their story and stuff? Or, are they gonna change? Was there redemption? Nah. They were just literally there in the background, which is kind of, unnecessary to put them there. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Agreed.
the bottom line is I like the change. I mean, it may not be exactly like the story or the
Not at
game
all.
or whatever, but I like it, and I really, it's like a clean new sweep
Hmm.
out of the dust, and just like restarting the story, but it's gonna be better. It's not exactly how it is, but this is a brand new one you all should enjoy, and I liked it.
Yeah.
It was more enjoyable.
Oh yeah. So was
Mhm.
there any like big changes you appreciated with this adaptation? B.
I kind of like the flaws for for each of the characters and stuff, you know. And it's not much, screening time with with Scott or anything. No, I just wanted to see more of the characters, not just Ramona or not just Scott, but more of the bands or Neil, because I wanted to see more Neil. Because like, yeah, he is a goofy kid, and we kind of like him for that. And I need him to be a part of that.
So more fleshed out,
Yeah,
more fleshing out the other characters. Something you really
Hmm.
liked about this.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
yeah.
I
they,
agree with you there.
they definitely needed it, and honestly, I'll even like say this real quick. Definitely why I
Mhm.
also really like Julie in this adaptation, because like here's the thing about Julie, and this has like always been like the unfortunate thing about her as a character. She the book always had this issue where it's like it portrays Julie as a bitch, but like she's also kind of spitting facts, and
Hmm.
Mhm.
that's why they always kind of made it hard to root for her because it's like for every factual thing she was saying, she had to be a bitch about it. Not even like a likable one. It's just straight up, hey, this is my party. Do what the fuck I say. This is sad. You are sad. This is awful. And even the moments where she tried to like kiss up to like Envy Adams and everything, and I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
why do y'all hang around her again? And it's like now, and it's like as compared to the show where it's just like, because she's supposedly friends with Ramona, but I've literally never seen them actually be friends in the book at all. Like,
Nope.
Yeah.
like Julie's always talked about how like, oh, Ramona's my friend and everything. I'm like her only friend, and then it's like, oh yeah, and then it's like how she treats her in like the books and everything. Yeah, she kind of treated Ramona kind of awful too, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't fucking like you at all. And now
Yeah, like some friend you are.
and yeah, it is like, the show, I could actually be like, oh, they actually take time to have them sit down and talk about these things. And it's like, okay, now I could actually buy that they're friends, at least, good friends to the point where they can actually like talk to each other and all that stuff like they do. So I'm like, yeah, I fucks with this. I like this a lot. It's a lot
Yeah.
better.
I will say one other character that, well, I guess there's three more I could maybe say that kind of got the, kind of got, the proverbial shaft, if you would say.
hmm
One
Mhm.
would be the other band member of Todd and Envy's band.
Oh yeah, you're
Like,
talking about the glasses girl, the drummer.
yeah,
Mhm.
she barely got anything in the movie. In the
She,
comics, she got a lot more. In the
Oh
yeah,
adaptation,
yeah.
it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, she
In the
exactly.
did.
animated, it doesn't
I
exist.
was like, where is she?
She
Yeah.
she is such a like nobody character after like the book, and it's kind of just like, she had a whole thing where it's like, she had a robot arm, and she was
Mhm.
kind
Hmm.
of cool, and she was kind of like mysterious, and like her and Todd were like smashing on the side, and now it's just like,
Hmm.
yeah, the drummer, she's there, and then the
Yeah,
Yeah.
why couldn't
show's like
it be
she's
an ending for
non-existent.
Todd?
So it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's like at the time it was kind of like the book, because I think it even has to do with like what Brian Lee O'Malley said. It's like, I'm gonna be real. She was mostly just there for drama. I have no idea what to do with
Yeah.
this drummer girl.
Just
I could
poor
I could definitely
assistant.
see that. Uh, I guess the other two characters would be she's in the series, but she barely does anything, and that would be Scott's sister,
Oh
Mm.
yeah, Stacy.
Oh, her! We forgot about her.
Stacy. It was
Stacy.
just like that. It's like Stacy Pilgrim. She barely did anything except kind of be like a exposition dump, or be like, oh, I'm gonna call these people type of character.
Mm.
Yeah, and
Not much work on her, you know.
yeah, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, that's also kind of due to like the books. Like, I'll be real, I'm surprised the movie managed to get her as much screen time. That might just be been because of the actress working with her and
Mhm.
Yeah.
everything. Because it's
Yep.
like, unfortunately, Stacy is just, she's Scott's sister. She talks to Wallace. That's
That's
about
pretty
it.
much it. That's pretty much it. That's the whole
Yeah.
point.
And loses her boyfriend to him.
Yep, that, like, honestly, that's kind of just a sad part. She has more of an established relationship with like Wallace than her own brother, which, that's eh. I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't say much because even in the books, I'm like, I don't know what you do. I just know you talk to
Yeah.
Wallace.
Yeah. Yeah. So her barely doing anything in this adaptation was kind of like, oh, okay, she's there.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like, they what are you supposed
Yeah.
to do with these characters? Well, nothing. But that's
Yeah.
not the point.
Yeah. That's
And
kind of,
then
that's unfortunate, but that's how it is, bro.
I
yeah,
know.
and then I guess the other character that kind of is not existent in this, which I could be wrong, was Nye's friend. Like she barely. I don't even think she was in this adaptation.
Oh, I think that was her sister, wasn't it?
No, that was just her only Asian friend in that school, and just like, or really her only friend from her school. And
Yeah.
honestly,
Hmm.
again, like, that's a really like, AO, choose your own, like, if you want to like talk about it type of thing, because it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not
Hmm.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like she was also important, because even then she was
I
kind
get
of
you.
just, Because again, she's just another one of those characters that's like, I'm here. I know other essential character. Basically, it's like there's like the main character, and then there's assist, and then they have their assist trophy. That's what everybody else is. It's like Scott Pilgrim, Stacy, Knives, her friend,
Her friend. That's it.
Wa- Wa-
Don't
Wa-
yeah.
hesitate.
Wallace, his boyfriend. That's it. This
Yeah.
they just know the main characters. They don't actually like really do much with them.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And I will say maybe that's due to Scott not being around, so Knives didn't really have an outlet to kind of talk to her and dye her hair.
Mhm.
But I will say it was kind of weird for Knives to kind of be in her battle outfit at the end. That was just kind of like, okay, I mean, that's cool. I don't know
Yeah.
why. That's cool.
I think they only did that because it's like, okay, I think they kind of just did that for like fan service because pretty much everybody was wearing like their battle slash final outfit from the books and everything, and they're just like that's why Kim
Yeah.
has like her jacket and everything from like the books and the games. Ramona has like that black dress from the final book while also having her hair be
Mhm.
green and like I said,
Mhm.
and like you said,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Knives in her battle outfit because it's like, ayo, fan service, appreciate it.
Fan
Let's get to the
service.
finale. Let's get to the
We'll
finale,
give you what
baby.
you want.
Oh yeah.
Man, how come when I watch anime, I always gotta watch out for fan service? I'm not a fan of fan service.
Lies. Yet later on, you're into it.
I love.
Oh, I know.
Uh, I got two. It's like I'll be real. I like I do like fan service. The only time
Hmm.
the only time I don't like it is when it gets in the way of the story. Like if it's a throwaway gag, that's cool. I'm down with that.
Mhm.
But but if I see a titty pop out in Fist of the North Star, we got a problem.
Well, I'm sorry, Kane. I don't think they won't do that in the series, but maybe they'll show ass.
Good. I'm more of an ass man, anyways.
Whoa.
Yeah, you
Whoa.
did say
You,
about
you heard
that.
it here, folks. You heard it here, folks.
Hmm.
Mm. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
any other points you guys want to talk about? I think we kind of nailed almost all of them, unless
I
somebody else
Oh.
has something.
I I think this kind of just did. We pretty much nailed everything. Everything's kind of just honestly,
Hmm.
it's not a direct adaptation, but this this series has shown that it clearly doesn't need to be. It's
Yeah.
Nah.
Scott Pilgrim takes off. It's fun. It's wild.
Hmm.
It's solid. It's a solid
Do you,
series.
do you
I
guys
could
think
imagine
they left it
somebody
open?
would do that.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I could imagine somebody later on just make an annotation about the Scott Pilgrim series. Um, takes off anime.
Oh yeah, I'll be one of them. What's up?
Mhm. Catchy.
I
so,
love making
so
fun
do
of
you think they left it
superheroes.
open? Do you guys
Well,
think they left it open?
I think they did with the end credits, or at least I don't know if you remember seeing the end credits where it's just like, Ayo, there's like
Jude
Julie and
and
Mhm.
Gideon.
Gideon.
They're just like, and now back to square one. And then they're laughing
Yeah,
maniacally.
I think
Yeah.
it is an opening. I think it's just waiting for next season.
Oh yeah, pretty much just waiting for the green light.
Yep.
But I will say I think they did give us a good ending, at least to leave on if we don't get anything else.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm open to that. Plus, it's just one of those like, Ayo, that leaves you with a what if scenario and all that stuff. I
Yeah.
like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I say that was good, and
Mhm.
Hmm.
I say we good. What do you say,
Oh yeah.
Mister
Mhm.
Nook?
I think so too.
Yeah. Gentlemen, I
Uh,
believe it's time for us to wrap us up.
uh,
Unfortunately.
I believe so. I think the next one, if we get it out on time, will be our Christmas special, quote unquote.
Ooh,
Stay tuned for
nice.
that, folks.
Yeah, don't worry. I've fixed all the problems from the previous thing. God damn my editing software. Anyways,
So
All right.
golly.
sorry if the Halloween podcast episode is, running slowly. Someone here is cooking up, slowly.
Well, excuse my editing software, princess.
Work your
Oh,
damn
snap.
editing, or I have to buy a new one for you.
Good. Do it. You won't.
I will. I will send my money to you. Boom, here.
Good. Thank you.
All
Appreciate it.
right. Good. Happy Hanukkah.
I don't celebrate that. But thanks, I
Whatever.
guess.
I have to include
Qua-
everyone, even the
qua-
Jewish.
Quazang.
Man.
That's the Hanukkah robot.
Man.
No, that's the Kwanzaa robot. That's right. Quazang.
Yep. Kwanzaa bot. There
Voice.
you go.
There you go. Voiced by Coolio the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he voiced him all the times until like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Oh, I did
reboot.
not know that.
Yeah, he came back
I
for
did not
that.
know that.
Just like that one
Yeah.
weird time he voiced Coolio played himself in Gravity Falls as a wax statue.
It's funny.
And he played himself in Duckman as well.
Radical.
Mhm.
Love
Yeah.
it.
All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful evening, and thank you, listeners, for sticking with us during our Scott Pilgrim special.
Oh yeah.
If you wouldn't mind, please like, comment, subscribe, do all that YouTube, whatever
Yeah.
bullshit, and we will attempt to be uploading episodes to Spotify whenever the software decides to let us do it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
honestly. But y'all take care now.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Have a
Bye.
wonderful evening.